Hello everyone, Peppermint here again. This Thursday, I am bringing to you a little snowflake ornament. It is white, clear, and silver. And so if that's your colors, then this ornament's for you. Time should go by really fast while you're making these ornaments. And it's an oldie but goodie, but you know how I like to bring back the older ornaments. So let's get started with this. So I have 3 strands of about a foot long of 20 gauge wire, and I'm going to find the center of these 3 wires. Next, I'm going to get some 30 gauge wire, and I will use that wire to tie together the 20 gauge wire at the center. Now I'm twisting it off. And now I'm going to separate the wire out. They're not really tightly tied at this point, so they will move around. And then I'm going to weave the 30 gauge wire around the center of the 20 gauge wire strands. And now I'm twisting it off, and I'm going to clip the ends. So I have a paddle wheel bead, which is a 25 millimeter bead. And I am taking the 20 gauge wire and wrapping it around this paddle wheel bead. There's like a slot for every strand. It just goes in there naturally. And I am bending the wires towards the back. Here I am carefully smashing down the wire with my pliers. Now I'm getting a fresh piece of 26 gauge wire. I ran out of 30, and I am stringing on an 8 millimeter silver faceted bead. And now I am taking both ends of the wire and I am going through a 25 millimeter paddle wheel bead. Next, I will be taking the 2 wires and going through the other paddle wheel bead with the wire. And there was a lot of adjusting that I did off camera. There should be a paddle wheel bead on each side of the 20 gauge wire. Here I am just straightening out the wire so that it looks more like the snowflake. Next, I'm stringing the wire on both sides of an 8 millimeter silver faceted bead. So this will give you the back side. Be sure to pull both ends of the wire tight here. Now I'm taking both sides of the wire and I'm going around the paddle wheel bead on both sides of the paddle wheel bead. Now twist the wire around the silver faceted bead and try to get it up underneath the bead so that it can't be seen, and then twist it off and clip the wire. Now you're going to want to straighten out the 20 gauge wire so that it looks more like a snowflake. Now I have a white rice bead. Sometimes they're called oval beads, and these are going on first. The reason why I chose these is because it would go right up in between the paddle wheel bead. And now I'm putting on a 6 millimeter clear round faceted bead. Now I'm putting on silver 8mm round faceted beads. Now I have an 18mm white paddle wheel bead. Now I have a 25mm clear paddle wheel bead. Now I have another white 18mm paddle wheel bead. Next is a 6mm clear faceted round bead. And now I'm using 6/0 seed beads. They are silver. I'm pushing up the beads towards the center of the snowflake, and then I am bending the wire with my pliers, and then I am clipping off the 20 gauge wire and leaving about a centimeter of wire, and then I am wrapping the wire around my round nose pliers to create a little loop. And this is what's going to hold on the beads. It also gives you a place where you can put your hanger at. And also, if you would like, you can hang a charm at the bottom or continue the ornament to go downward. And I did that for every strand on the ornament. Now I am stringing some clear rondelle beads. I strung about 20. Here I went through one of the loops on the ornament with the string, and now I'm going back through all of the rondelle beads so that the string, the elastic cord, will meet up, and then I'm going to tie it off. And here I am clipping the ends. And it is finished. Here you have a little snowflake, old-fashioned type snowflake. And it is done. So I hope you liked my video. I hope you subscribe to my channel. It really would help me out if you did, and hit the like button. So, everyone have a nice day. Bye-bye.